richest man in Babylon. Sanya. Ben was a sales rep. He was at home playing video games one day when he had a visit from his old college friend and now neighbor, Chris. Chris was a bartender for a local bar and occasionally DJ'd. Who's there? Oi, just me, man. Just a minute, man. Hey, I don't want to hold you up too long, but there's a party tonight, and I was just wondering if I could borrow $50 to get in. And I have a gig on Thursday. I can pay you back then. Man, I wish. I'm as broke as the screen on my iPhone. Even if I had $50, I owe my credit card and my landlord. Playing video games then if you need cash. I thought you got commissions on your sales. I do, man, but you see, I had this dream last night and it's really been bothering me. I dreamt that I was like rich, not crazy rich like Jay-Z, but I had a really nice condo and a car, and I wasn't scared that my card was going to be declined when I took Winnie. That sounds like the life, man. I wouldn't want to wake up from that dream. Exactly, man. I can relate with you. Think about it. We're in the same boat. You and I, we went to college together. We graduated together. We followed all the rules. We even got jobs. We've worked hard for the past 6 years, taking barely any time off. And we've earned a lot of money. But what do we have to show for it? I mean, you come over here asking me for $50, and what do I say? Here, have 50? No, I tell you all of my troubles and the bills that I haven't paid. Whoa, buddy, slow down there. I've never heard you talk like this. Because I never felt like this before. I've worked really hard for the past 6 years with this company. I gave up my nights, my weekends. I put in a lot of overtime to meet those clients and get sales done. And it's like HR doesn't even recognize me. I always hope that I can get some type of promotion or even a higher salary. And it seems my salary hardly ever moves. And the promotion they just had went to the boss's nephew. I don't think this will ever happen for us. Why can't we be rewarded? Why can't we be rich? Well, if I knew that, man, trust me, you'd be the first person I would help. I'm barely making it by myself. I often need to borrow money from my family just to pay the rent. And there's this mixer that I want to buy to help my DJ business take off, but I just can't afford it right now. We are prisoners. Prisoners? Yes, prisoners of work, prisoners of society, prisoners of money. Think about it. We work day after day, year after year, and we have nothing more than a prison inmate. A prison inmate has a bed, barely any food. I have a bed and barely any food. We are prisoners to money. Well, I guess if we want to be rich, we should talk to the rich and ask them how they do it. Just last Saturday night, actually, Aaron stopped by the bar. I was working, and I've heard that he's done really well since graduating. He's bought up half the town in investments. Maybe we could shoot him a message. Maybe you're right. Think about it. The things that we're good at are things that we do daily. For me, it's like selling and playing video games, and for you and your music. Like, if we want to be rich, we should learn about it and then practice that daily. Great, I'll just ask him if he has some time. He said he has some free time today at 4 p.m. Later that day, around 4 p.m., Aaron was known as the richest man in Sanya. He owned many properties around the town. He was charitable and lived the life many dreamed of. Today, he was meeting some old college friends to discuss financials with them and how they could improve their financial life. Hey Aaron, how you been, man? Doing great. What happened to Chris? Was he coming too? Yeah, he wanted to, but work called him in and he's not going to make it. But I told him I'd take some notes and tell him about it later. Tonight he was just talking though about how he's a little bit jealous that I was so rich and he's struggling to pay his bills. Once all three of us were classmates. We all attended the same college and graduated in the same year and got very similar degrees. But for some reason, I went on to get so lucky, he was saying. And to that, I can reply, luck is available to anyone who's willing to work for it and knows where to look. Some say money is the root of all evil, but I quickly learned that's not the case. Money is actually the key to society, and it's the currency of time. I, like you guys, dreamed of having a nice house and fancy cars and unlimited travel. But I saw the key to all those dreams was money. And with it, I could achieve all that I desired. And without it, I would experience a life of hardship. So I promised I would learn the ways of the rich and enjoy that all life has to offer. After graduating, I took a job with a real estate firm, and I kept records for them and did showings on their rentals. And late one evening, actually, the CEO came in, and he was very flustered and angry. He was telling me, like, they had a rental to show the next morning at 8 a.m., and the cleaning crew and painting crew that was scheduled to be there tonight to get it ready had canceled on him last minute, and he actually asked me for help to go there and get this rental unit ready with him. So he offered to pay me double my salary, and I countered his offer with the idea that maybe instead of paying me double, he could just give me some advice on how he became so rich. And he agreed to the offer. So we went to his rental unit that night, and we cleaned everything. It was a terrible job. But by morning come, when it was time to show the rental unit, we had done it, and the unit looked great. He ended up getting it rented, and I went home to get a quick shower, and he told me to meet him in a cafe later that morning. And so I went over there, and he gave me the rule of building wealth. He said that part of all I earn was mine to keep. And at first, I just stared at him blankly like, really, man? I just worked all night for that kind of information? And I just responded with, isn't all I earn mine to keep? Far from it, he responded. He said, do you not spend money on gas and food and rent and all of other life's costs? He said, you pay for everything except yourself. Let me ask you this, he continued. If you saved 10% of your salary for 10 years, how much would you have? And of course, it was an easy math problem. It's 10 times 10 would be 100. I said, I would have 100% of my yearly salary. He's like, yes, but that's only half correct. He said, all of the money you're saving, you can also put to work for you. It can earn you more money. So your money can grow more money, and the money it grows can grow even more money. And that was when he was talking about the principle of compound interest. Hold up. If what George told you is true, then wouldn't everyone do it? And if everyone's doing it, then there wouldn't be enough wealth for everyone. Here's what you don't know, is that wealth and money are infinite. If I took an undeveloped plot of land and I decided to build a housing community on it, I would be putting all of that money that the community is worth into the builders and contractors, right? But also, would not the value of that land increase? And all of the land around my plot of land would also increase. Wealth is actually grown in mysterious ways. So just remember, part of all you earn should be yours to keep. Don't let it be any smaller than 10%. But the higher the number, the faster you're going to achieve your financial freedom. Subscribe, share, and like.